Welcome to day 3 of this series. I admit I've picked this topic for day 3 because it's probably the topic I need the most, and it's likely something you won't read in a Cosmo magazine either. Let me preface by saying that it's normal to have conflict in your marriage. Differing strengths, opinions, thinkings, perspectives, and experiences are what make partnerships and societies great. For instance, think about our founding fathers of our country. They had very different opinions about how government should run, and yet they're able to hash it out together to make a more perfect union. And I don't think it's an accident that the United States Constitution starts with the words "we." Like any ordinary couple in any ordinary marriage, we've experienced some differing opinions from time to time too, some of which could feel like a stalemate in a game of chess. What my spouse believes or chooses not to believe, from my perspective, can feel sad or hurtful. And the way I react in those moments when I'm not at my best self causes her pain and sadness too. And sometimes it's just an ugly downward spiral. There are times that I am judgmental, thinking things like, "I can't believe you think that," or "if only you'd work on this idea as much as I am, or invested in this thought as much as I am, totally you'd see it my way and change your mind." In fact, when I'm at my worst, I start hitting those buttons I know she hates. Withdrawing, pouting, pressuring, manipulating, nagging, all in the hopes of trying to get my way. A friend of mine recently shared an experience about he and his wife got along really well in all areas of their marriage except for one area, the sexual department. In summary, he really wanted sex a lot, and she didn't want sex at all. It felt like a huge divide between them. He'd send her articles, podcasts, apps, books, anything to try to change her mind. She felt like he wasn't listening to her, and the more he would persist, the stronger she'd resist. Each side felt like they needed to be right. Things in their relationship turned a corner finally when they both set aside their egos and looked at their situation with all the humility they could muster. They took time to really understand each other's perspective. With egos aside, they found common goals, such as wanting to build a strong marriage, and started looking at each other as part of a we instead of a me versus a you. From that place, they're able to work together as an intimate team to create a marriage and a sex life they're both very happy with. A sense of we is potent, sexy magic. Imagine what it'd now be like to make love with someone that you know has your back, that you're now making love with someone that you feel like you're creating a life worth living together. Someone that set aside their ego and is invested in your thriving just as much as they're invested in themselves. How have you created a sense of we in your marriage? What are some of the times you've set aside your egos to build a more perfect union between the two of you? Let me know in the comments below.